Hi guys, how are we?
So I think you can tell by the title that this is the final episode of this season.
This might come as a bit of, I don't know if it will come as a shock or if it will be unexpected. I don't know.
Yeah.
But we kind of feel like we have, well, including this episode, we've done 8 episodes altogether talking about
Mm-hmm.
uni and the kind of advice we can give. And we kind of feel like there's not much else we can really touch on in this sort of aspect anymore.
Yeah, we think that we've covered all bases when it comes to uni. And we
Yeah.
think that we like to think that if you're a fresher and you've just listened to those 8 episodes, you are more than ready
Yeah.
to get your uni on. Like we have
Yeah.
covered all bases after we've completed this episode. So I don't know if anyone saw on our Instagram, we've put out a Q&A where we wanted you guys to ask us questions and things that we might have missed.
Yeah.
So we can or things that we touched on but briefly and you want us to go into more detail. So we've picked 3. So we're going to answer them just to really round off this season.
Hopefully we'll then have touched everything and
Yeah,
you guys will be going to uni feeling like you know it all.
exactly. So we hope you enjoy the episode,
Yeah.
the finale.
Question 1. Please, can you talk more about the clearing process?
Okay, so the clearing process, I feel like, is Ellie's forte. I don't think I can bring anything to this question. So I'm just going to take a back seat and I'm going to let you go.
Okay, I'll try and sum up my advice quite quickly. But I basically went through a different kind of clearing because I did get the grades, but I changed the course at the last minute. So obviously I was meant to be going to, shall I say the uni?
Yeah.
I was meant to be going to Cardiff University to study English literature. And on results day, or leading up to results day, I kind of was like, oh, I think English might be the wrong decision for me. I want to change the course. But obviously, you're enrolled, you're going. It's pretty kind of, I'd declined all my offers from everywhere else. And that was my, can't remember what they call it, but the top offer. Firm choice, yeah. So it was kind of set in stone. And obviously you only get 5 choices in a year. So I started to panic and I was a bit okay, so I kind of sat down one night and I Googled what can I do if I want to change my course when it's kind of too late. And basically you can just go through clearing. So clearing isn't just for people who don't get the grades that their university needs, it's also for people who want to change their course. So I kind of knew that Swansea was somewhere that I wouldn't mind going. I think I looked into a few other unis, but I can't remember which ones. And basically I found this thing called early clearing, which I think you can also do if you have a feeling you might not get the grades. So a lot of universities offer early clearing before clearing. So basically on results day, you've basically already applied to other unis, so they basically will ring you or email you first because they've got you on a list. So instead of waiting for people to phone you on results day, they get in touch with you first. So Swansea literally got in touch with me at I think I got my results at 9 and they were on the phone at 9:15. And they were straight in and they were hi, because I've changed my mind and I wanted to do a geography degree. So that's why, and Cardiff didn't offer the one I wanted, so I basically had to change unis, which is why it led me to clearing. And then they offered me the course and they offered me everything and it was just kind of perfect. So that's how I did it. So I looked up these early clearing things and you can basically get on a list pre results day, which is really good if you have a gut feeling that you might need to do that. But also clearing, so my brother went through clearing for the other reason, got amazing A levels, but one just let him down. We won't go into detail.
Yeah.
Don't want to bring up the past. Now he's a bloody had a master's degree and a master's in,
he is clever,
data science. He is an absolute genius. So we won't dwell, but yeah, his didn't go to plan. My dad and my brother went into school on results day when you go and get the grades, and there's a room, all schools will have them, and you basically go in and there'll be a couple of teachers in there and they will help you look into other unis, phone up other unis, because other unis have places to fill, so they kind of want you. And my dad was ringing around unis, and he rang Swansea because my brother went to the same university as me. And they were like, okay, well, what grades did you get? And they explained, and they were like, oh, well, we'd love to have you. So
do you think it would be a good idea to sort of have unis that offer clearing, like written down maybe in their course, and their like the course module number or something before results day, if you think that you aren't going to get in?
I think if you are wanting to change course and you know you want to now, and over this, and you do know, that that's what you want to do, then I think that's a really good idea. I think you will look up some unis and see what you can do, or at least get in contact with the one you've firmed, because they might have the course. So I think if that's the position you're in, then definitely do that. I think if you're in a position of you're not sure about grades, if you're not sure, I think just leave it, because you never know. I think it could almost almost added stress, because also I don't think the unis would appreciate loads of people like applying for early clearing when there's absolutely no need for them to.
Oh no, I didn't mean like applying for early clearing, but like some unis, so like our uni is quite well known for like being a uni that goes through clearing. You could just not every uni does every course, and if you have a very particular course, you could just research where the other unis that do your course that you are interested in, so you have a list of unis to ring on results day if everything goes wrong.
No, I think that's a really good idea. I think that's just like great, because then on the morning of results day, if things haven't gone to plan, then you can get emailing, you can get phoning. They have a clearing like phone number like every uni, so it's much better to just phone them. Like, don't waste time emailing, like phone them, because the guy that my dad phoned for my brother was literally like, oh my god, he's done amazing, like we'd love to have him, like come and join us please, was literally like, come and join us, like we literally and you will end up somewhere. They obviously get a certain like money for a certain number of people on a course.
I think that's what you have to remember, is that like as much as you want to go to uni and they make it out like you need all these amazing grades and this amazing personal statement, like they want you, like they literally get money, they want to fill their courses, they have to fill
they need to fill up the course, otherwise they will stop the course. So I think that's a really, really good idea. I think clearing is not the end of the world.
Well, there you go then.
Question 2. Can you give any advice on how to manage your money at uni?
Okay, thank you for question number 2. Money management at uni. So we've got some tips that we found helped us manage money.
We can elaborate.
We'll elaborate. So if we go through them quickly, Lidl and Aldi are a must. Don't mess around with Tesco's, Marks and Spencer's.
No matter if they try and lure you in with a club card. Like, I love my club card.
The club card deals are good.
They are, but
and
I
meal
just don't
deals.
I think if you're really, really budgeting, then Lidl and Aldi are better.
And they're 100% better. It's like half the price. You're getting exactly the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Secondly, pre and pre-hard.
Yeah.
Just I think it's good to buy one big bottle of something. So it's a big expense at the start, but if you like vodka or if you like gin, buy a big bottle, keep it in the freezer, then you've got that every time. It actually saves so much money.
Yeah, it does. That's a really good idea, because you then when you go out, you either just need to buy one or you don't need to buy any. Like,
and also then you're less drunk when you get home, like you don't spin, because you've like been sobering up in a nice way when you're out. Okay, third one, plan meals and share meals with friends. So I think meal prep, not even prep, but planning. So going to the shops with knowing what meals you're going to have for the week. You don't buy unnecessary things, you don't waste things, and like sharing with friends is, so me and Ellie would share milk, we'd share like butter, bread, things that go off, eggs, things that you can't get through before they go off, we would share.
Or if you find like you do a big weekly shop and you spend like a lot and that doesn't work for you, then like go like most days, or like go like every few days, because I think that helped me more. Really? See, I don't think I didn't. I found I'd waste food if I did a big weekly shop, and it would annoy me.
I see what you're saying. It is, but if you like completely plan out the meals you're having, you shouldn't waste as much. But it is a good idea if you feel like you don't want to plan them out and you do want to just see how you feel on the day, to go every day. But that's only good if there is a shop close by, which we had.
Maybe not every day, but like every like Like you get meals for like 3 days and then you
Yeah.
rethink and you reevaluate, because also like
Yeah.
plans change. Like you might go out or you might go
Yeah,
home or like there
that's
were so
true.
many times where like we'd be like, should we go out for food, or like should we get a pizza? So like plans change and the meal you plan for that night you don't have, and then it's just annoying. So like
you're right.
I think it depends what kind of person you are. I don't think everybody is a planner and everybody like likes to
and we did
that.
quite like the walk to the shop as well.
I
think I hate planning meals. I hate trying to decide what to have for dinner. I just thought you'd save money sometimes. I do find that when we did walk to Tesco's, I was buying like stuff that I didn't really need just because I was like, oh, I fancy that, just because I've seen it in the shop.
I mean, we did
every day.
Chocolate, didn't we?
I'd get like one of those like dairy milk corner, the like elite things every single day, because you just can't help yourself when you go in. That was my problem. That's why it's just such a bargain, and that's why. And obviously you can't
raspberry ripple.
Oh yeah, the big bottles. But and obviously we didn't have like a Lidl's or Aldi's close. We did only have a Tesco's, like a small convenience one. So then again, like you do end up spending money. And also sharing food and sharing meals is like the biggest one, because half the time like
like sharing
like
sauces and stuff. Sauces, ketchup, mayo, just share them all, because otherwise it's just
everything,
expensive.
Condiments. Like you don't need 7 things like salt grinders. Do you know what I mean?
No, just share. Freeze food.
Everything.
So if you make like a batch spag bowl, chuck it in Tupperware and put it in the freezer. Do you know what I mean? Like
I loved doing that.
Yeah, we loved doing
that. Do you remember once, I think there was one week where I made such a big spaghetti bolognese on a Sunday. I had it every single day. Monday I
think I've done that. Or like a chili or curry. Anything Carbonara. You make in batch and just chuck it in the freezer, because it will never go off. Just defrost it in the morning and bam, you spent no money and you've got a meal. And I just think that is probably key, isn't it? It's like almost bulk make food. Like if you get like a 4-pack of, or like a mince for 4 people, cook it all and you've got 4 meals. Do you know what I mean?
And also it's less like cleaning then, because you're not cleaning every single night. You've just got to clean a little tub.
So actually take Tupperware.
Take Tupperware is a really good thing. But also what I would say is don't pre-cook too many meals, because I'm sure this probably isn't a universal problem, but is that you're in a uni house and there's a lot of people and maybe things aren't the best appliances they can be, and our freezer would regularly open and defrost. Everything in it would be defrosted, and if you've just like batch made a whole week's worth of like spaghetti bolognese and it defrosts, and the
freezer dies,
so that's hell
actually. As well.
Okay, and the last thing that we would suggest about money management at uni is having a weekly budget. It depends, like whatever your income is, whether it's work, whether it's your loan, whether it's your parents, however you're getting money in, just if you budget it weekly instead of monthly, it's a lot more easy to stick to, and you can see it easier, because you can think, oh, we went out that night, so I don't really need to get the pizza takeaway because I can't afford it, but maybe next week I won't go out 2 nights in a row, but we'll get a pizza instead.
Because also, like if you use your loan, then just maybe have like your bank account, and then I have a Monzo account. I'd also recommend like splitting up your money. So like if you have weekly uni money, then transfer it to your like other account. So I'd have my food money coming through to my Monzo separate from my other money. My like job money. And then it doesn't tempt you to spend any more. So I would actually, you'll get like a student bank account and like separate your like personal money away from your food and like spending money, because then that will also help you budget. I don't have it all going into one account. No, it's just silly.
Because I think if your money's coming in from a job, let's say that's coming in probably monthly, and from uni it comes in termly. So not everyone can just get sent their money weekly. But if you, like Ellie said, put it all in one account, and each week you transfer over how much money you're spending that week, we just think that's just the best,
that's what my brother
way
did.
To keep on track of your finances.
So my brother did that. He'd transfer over to his Monzo account like weekly, and so he transferred it from his personal account. So I think splitting up your money is a really, really good idea. Otherwise, if I had it all in my spending account, I'd probably spend so much more. And like it's nice to get to the end of a semester and like I've still got some money in like my personal account, because otherwise I do feel like if I'd combined the two together, I would have had none left.
Exactly. Okay, well, thanks for that question. Next one.
Question 3. Please can you give advice on how to deal with housemate conflict? For example, cleaning, noise, etc.
Right. I don't really have much to say on this one. I just think you have to think of like housemates as like becoming family, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the people that you've decided to live with become your family because you live with them 7 days a week, all the time. So you can't really view like bickering in the house like it's actually that serious, because actually, if you think about your family life at home, you bicker with your siblings, you bicker with your parents, you get pissed off at each other about little things. And I think that's kind of what happens with housemates. Like if one of your housemates isn't as clean as you, like if one of your housemates is too noisy, go and speak to them like you probably would your siblings and be like, look, you're too noisy, like turn your music down, because that's all it is. Like nothing is personal. I feel like maybe it can be heightened because you're living together, but it's actually nothing personal. It's just bickering because you live together. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think if you go into a living situation where you're living with a lot of people and want to completely avoid conflict, I think it's unrealistic, and I think you're going to be let down, because I think it's like bickering and conflict is healthy to a certain extent. And if you're just upfront about things, I think that is going to be the best way to just like put your foot down with people that are messy. If someone's being too noisy, tell them in a nice way. There's nice ways. You don't have to be horrible.
You don't need to speak.
If everyone's bickering over dishwasher tablets, like see it for what it is. It's dishwasher tablets at the end of the day. It doesn't, everything doesn't need to be a drama. It's not deep. I think if people bicker and there's conflict, leave it at that. It's just, it's normal. I think it's just really normal, and you don't need to deep it.
No, you really don't need to deep it. And I think that, like we said, you become a family. Yeah. And like I love my whole house, like all the girls, like they have become like little family members. Little family members. And yeah, we like, sometimes bickered or whatever, but it is just normal.
That's just what it is.
Because it's what it is. Like, but you also do just have to like be like, right, the bathroom's not clean, we're doing a house clean tomorrow.
No, and it's all stuff that you'll like laugh about on the next night out. So don't like get really like hell-bent on like this one bickering thing. Like I think if you go to uni and live with people and you've had siblings before, I think you'll be fine, because that's the kind of bickering it is. It's surface level bickering, and unless you actually have serious flatmate issues, that's like completely different. And I think but just general conflict over cleaning and general like behaviors. I think everyone's really stressed, everyone's trying to get a degree, everyone's tired, everyone's out of their comfort zone, and I just think
everyone's different as well. Like you've gone from being friends to living together, so you probably didn't know if maybe a few differences about each other that you didn't know before. So but it's not, no one means, the majority of the time no one means any harm. Like it's just like we said, bickering. If you are though in like a serious situation and your housemates are really horrible to you, or something's going on, or you're being bullied, or someone in the house is being really unfair and really horrible, then that's kind of a different thing. And I feel like you need to really sit down and speak to them, or speak to your other flatmates or housemates and see if they agree that this person's being funny.
That's not just bickering though, is it? There's like a line.
That's like conflict.
So that's all we've really got to say on that.
That is,
and that actually brings us, that's the last question. Oh god, I'm getting a bit emotional. We've come to the end of the season finale.
This, I really hope that you feel more prepared. I feel like you feel ready to start uni. I feel like if you've listened now and you're starting in September, you feel like you're in a position where you can come back and you can re-listen, and we can help. And and we think that we've covered everything that you need to know and want to know. And
I think the premise of this podcast was just so that at least one person was just more prepared than we were, and just didn't maybe have as hard of a time as we did adjusting. So we just hope that we've managed to do that for someone, and we're just excited for season 2.
I know season 2 is going to be really good. I feel like it. Are we going to give any spoilers?
I think we can give a hint. I think we can say the podcast is going to evolve with us.
Yeah, the podcast is going to evolve with us.
This is the end of an era for me and Ellie. So we felt it was the good time to end the season. End of an era, end of a season.
Yeah,
But
we're growing up. We're growing up.
yeah, we're growing up. That's all we're gonna say.
So yeah, we really hope you've enjoyed listening to the last 8 episodes. And thank you if you've been one of the people that have listened from the very start.
And supported us, sent in your funny stories, your questions. We love it.
Because even though we haven't used all of them, we have read all of them and they've made us laugh, and we're just really grateful.
Thank you for everyone that rated us 5 stars as well.
Ranked highly in the podcast charts is also really, really nice. So obviously we're doing something right.
So, but thank you to all of you guys. I feel like we can say that the new season is going to start on the 17th of July, 2022.
Yeah, so we're taking a week out on the 10th of July.
Mm-hmm.
We won't be posting because we're sort of getting everything ready and kind of making sure everything's prepared and ready to start. So we're having a week off then, and then we'll be back on the 17th with something new.
A brand new season.
I know, how exciting.
But we love you guys, and thanks for listening to this season.
Keep your eyes peeled on our social media and our
Instagram always.
And our TikTok, because there might be some sneaky hints on the new season.
Love you guys.
Brings us to the end.
A fly.
That brings us, sorry, a fly. A wasp actually attacked me.
Are you okay?